はい、お待たせしました。よいしょ。こっちか。さあ、ほぼ1年、約10ヶ月ぶり。
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case.
Hi, Bancha. Hi,
People
Mika.
will let us know in good time.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
さあ、やっていくよー。やっちゃうよー。あらららら。
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
よし。オッケー。走るのどれだっけ？これか。
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free.
Talking about on the radio. Want another accommodation?
Greetings from sunny California. When's it gonna stop?
これで乗るんか。
Fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, and
Where
the
the
bodies
box-
keep
okay.
piling.
Yeah, Californians love a fad, Phelps.
Hey!
As long as the bricks hold up
Bancha.
San Quentin, there are always
Say.
the killers in this town to say.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
No, Phelps, all these arrests on your racket are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh!
Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
That guy there will lead us up.
I'm steeling myself for what I'm about to see.
That'll just be another dead body, partner. Get used to seeing them. With a gig.
ちょっとね、古いゲームだけど、これ見ながら、頭使いながら、みんなでご飯食べながらとか、なんかしながら、頭回してこう。結構18禁でだから気をつけてね。
Detectives, Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have
字幕なのは許
Not
して
much
ね。
trace evidence to
日本語
speak
じゃな
of.
いから。
Storm blew in around
わ
10
ざと
last
こう
night,
して
and
る
the。rain washed most of it away.
てか知らない。
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death.
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
新たな手がかかり、死亡時刻。うわ。これ死体です。
There appears to be a dry cleaning
ラ
label.
ベルがあった。
Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
ほんほん。なるほど。
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Hmm? あ、なんかドル札。
Not sure this means much.
なんかわかった？クリーニングラベルっていうのが多分遺体にあったから、それで、クリーニング店を調べることができる。そこで。何か知ってるかもしれないっていう手がかりかな。だから本当にこれ事件をやってるから、これは犯人の足跡だし、で、犯人が落としてったであろうお金、っていう感じ。
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
でもドライクリーニングのタグつけて着る。まあ、普通はないかもしれんけど、だからそれがわかんないじゃん。 なぜクリーニングのタグをつけて、この人は来て死んでるのかっていう。これね。うん。で、こういうのを証拠として、あれ、どれやったっけ？これか。これで、手がかりっていうので、ここにこうやって出るのよ。これでまず死亡時刻が出てるわけよ。報告によると被害者の推定時刻は午前2時。で、今見たクリーニングのラベル。被害者の着衣から発見されたクリーニングのラベル、F1363 と書かれている。これね。そうそうそう。そこがまず、だからこれあくまで手がかりだから、こっから謎を解いていかなか。犯人の。で、これが犯人らしき。ブーツの靴跡。靴跡。これが犯人のものかもしれない。もしかしたら違う人のやつかもしれない。でも一応手がかりとしてこうやって書いてる。で、タイヤ痕。これ現場に残された車だから、死体付近の地面に残る激しく乱れたタイヤ痕。これももしかしたら何か必要なことがあるかもしれない。で、あとはこの辺をいろいろ調べると。あ、なんか電話マークが出てる。なんだ知り合い
I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton.
Catherine
I live
Barton.
just across the way.
ほうほうほう。疑わしい人物。
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday,
昨
early
日日が
evening.
暮れて
I
す
saw
ぐ
that。awful
あ、大丈夫よ。気持ち悪い。ホームレス。ほう。で、この信用疑う反証するってあるんだけど、これは被害者を今取り調べしてるのね。被害者っていうか、こう目撃者かどうかわかんないけど。で、この人の証言に対して、この証言を信用するのか、はたまた嘘を言ってるのか、いやいや、それは違うでしょ、みたいな感じで、こう、信用を疑う反証するってある。で、手帳で、こう、なんか証拠になるものをこう提出していくの。尋問としてね。こうやって観察することができるのよ。人を。で、瞬きとか仕草とかで、
I think I should get back to my cleaning.
相手の仕草を見て、嘘っぽいなってやったら疑うし、信用するんだったら信用する。で、言ってることがなんかおかしいなって思ったら、ここの、この証拠っていうか、手がかりを突きつけてやるっていう感じで進めていく。この場合は、特に何もないから信用する。
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here.
で、傷のある男の居場所を探す。で、今なんか、この人が、
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help.
この人がなんか、こういう人を見たっていうのを証言したから、これからそこへ、その人物がいるとこへ向かうのよ。傷のある男を探す。で、その前に、この、手がかりで、この、クリーニングのラベルってあるじゃん。これがどこのクリーニング屋さんのタグなのかがわかんないから、これを調べる必要がある。ね。そういう場合は、会社に電話する。まあ、警察署だね。で、電話マークがあるから、ここで電話する。
Phelps, 1247. I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services.
で、これでクリーニング屋の住所が分かった。
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks for your help.
で、このクリーニング屋行くことによって、もしかしたら、
Can you keep things under control until Pinker and
この
Carruthers
人の
finish up?
Sure, detective.
クリーニングって多分名前書くと思うの。住所の名前とか多分預けるから。どこの誰々つって言って。それを今からこの人の住所を割り出すために、住所名前をね、この人が誰なのかっていうのを探すためにこれからクリーニング屋に向かいます。えげえちけえな。いや、遠いな。OK?
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written onto them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, all right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
さあ、みかんはどっか行っちゃいました。どうぞ。さあ、クリーニング屋に来ました。邪魔するでー。邪魔すんなら帰って。あいよー。
Change back into those white bucks now.
みかんさん。Hey.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
新喜劇。何やったっけ？出がかりの、クリーニングのラベル。F1363 ね。OK。F1363。F1363。あった！これだな。
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
ボンさん関西人、いや関西は好きだよって感じ。よくでも土曜日の12時は新喜劇見てたから。じゃあこれはとりあえず住所が割れたからまず被害者宅へ行こう。
You're behind the wheel.
今何時 ?10 時か。
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
ちょっとスキップしまーす。スキップスキップスキップ。あいよー。そう、被害者宅へ行こう。そう。さあ来たよ。 被害者宅に来たよ。ディディディディディディディディ。なんか、あれうん。柱マナだよ。あ、これで近づくんか。トントントン。建築関係、トントントン。お、誰だお前。
Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news.
Bad news.
Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I
Oh,
know this is a difficult
no.
time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
はい、いい子ですね。柱マナだよ。
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide. You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
Uh-oh. 船ほう。
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
なんだこれ。
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
キッチン、これキッチン。んなんだこれは。
So she went out without her handbag?
被害者のハンドバッグ。
At least she was spared that particular indignity.
あらこれは免許証かおう。
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
確かに。なぜバッグを勝手な吹き替えしないで。おお
You can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
お、なんかブーツだ。ブーツあったよね、足跡。おっと、これもしかして
Lars was out in the rain last night.
なんでだなんで濡れてんだなんでこの子に干してんだまあまあまあまあ、でも洗濯した後かなあら
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
ロープ。ロープだよ、ロープ。ロープ見つけた。これ、もしかして、これ、 まさか、これで首を絞めたのか？怪しいぞ。そうだ。怪しいぞ。ちょっともうちょっといろいろ調べよう。
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
なんか電話しちゃった。
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, ma'am.
なんだ？なんか俺電話しちゃったぞ。なんだボビー・ロスって。なにこれ？
Not much help.
あ、関係ないの？
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
アリバイ確認するってよ。なんだこれは。
I don't think this is going to help us.
関係なさそうだ。
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
なぜだ？なんだこれ。マッチだ。バロンズバーの、なんだこれ。
Need to check if she was a regular.
不穏な空気が。そうだね。もうないかな？ここは調べたもんね。はい。
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
Ladies。ちょっと話してみよう。
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Teresa。どうする？順番に聞いていく？
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
なんだ？なんかめっちゃ瞬きするな、お前。
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
へへ、そうきたか。戦士のロープが物語ってんだ。
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to
シッ
bed.
ターに金を払って。
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
ジャケットが物語ってんだ
You were
よ。
out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue.
Oh,
Baron's bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
もうすごい目が泳いでますね。見てバルさん、これ挙動不審じゃない？目泳いでるでしょ。
Can I comfort my daughters now?
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them
あ
your
れ
entire
こい
life.
つが殺したのかな。
Sounds like the Terrellson broad had her last drink at Barron's bar.
まあでも
We should check the place out.
アリバイが確証がないから連れてけんな。ロープでもしかしたらこの人が殺してるかもしれないけど。
Appreciate your time, sir.
あれ？いや、わかんない。夫のアリバイがないもん。その、アリバイ確証できるものがないから逮捕できないんです。仮に、まあ、家のここのロープで、この人が、首絞めて殺したんなら、その、なんだろう。今、アリバイが立証でき、崩せないの。アリバイがないから。そう。だからさっき言ってた電話でアリバイを確認するっていうのはそういうこと。ちょっと展開が早すぎた。まずバー行こう。バーで嫁さんの足取り
You
を。
know the way. You can drive.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of
ホ
rings
ームレス
true.
は後回しだ。ただのホームレスかもしれない。これか。バー。邪魔するでー。
Drink?
邪魔すんなら帰って。
Phelps Galloway,
あいよー。
LAPD. I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about
Yes,
it on the
it
radio.
is.
They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I
10時
think.
半。
On foot, in a car, by bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
うい。ナンバー3591のイエロータクシーを探す。ほんほんほんほん。
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
タクシーのうんちゃん。
Any idea where she was headed?
行きた先は
I didn't get that.
マジか。
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
じゃあ、このホームレスの男
Who
は
was
知っ
she
てる
with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
ん顔が動いてるぞ。なんちゅう顔してんだ。
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, two creeps were all over her.
二人の男が彼女を囲んでた。
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
なんか、二人出てきたぞ、新たに。
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD. Don't make me chase you, shitbird.
あら
We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Son of a bitch.
Boy, let's take it to better days. Go, Phelps. Get after him. Come on. We got a ride. Get in and drive.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar when he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
あいつどこ行った？こっちか。あ、いて。わあ、見失った。マジか。
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
危ない。ちゃんと狙えよ。
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
ナイス。ナイ
Let's
ス。
end this farce.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Too slow, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Hands behind your head.
ナイス。
Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, You went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
なんでだ
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
なんか知ってるだろ、お前。
Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
船乗りが気になるね。
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault.
Oh.
Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Call 11 King to KGPL.
KGPL, go ahead, 11 King.
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Relay all sightings to 11K.
11K.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're...
なんだこれ。お電話番号でも、なんかあんのか。
Operator, give me R&I.
電話が気になる。
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thank you.
なんか、新たなやつが出てきたぞ。水平。水平。水平だよ。
11K, yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Wilshire
これが多分タクシーの辺だよ。
Where's that cab got to now?
11K, further on your APB on yellow cab number 3591. Vehicle identified at Reggie's Cafe, heading north on Whitmer. KGPL clear.
All right, so where's the cab?
Car 11K, suspect vehicle, yellow cab 3591, sighted at 6th and Valencia.
You see our taxi anywhere? 3591, that's him there, Phelps. Hit the siren.
危ない
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night.
Gucci.
What was the woman wearing?
It was a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
All units, officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe. 391 Broadway. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
ちょっと事件です。バルさん、ちょっと事件です。ちょっと失礼。事件事件事件ルパンルパン事件事件アホか。俺はアホか。簡単だと思ってたのに違うんだな。
All units, officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe.
Go to hell, Parker! No way I'm going down without a fight.
ちょっとこれは違う事件ね。おっと
Drop the weapon, hands behind your head.
Yeah? Fuck you too!
Fuck you too!
Put your hands in the air!
What are we waiting for?
He's hiding in the alley!
あ、これ上かあらあれなんか見失ったぞ。へへ。
Officer needs help. 103 and B. Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer down. 6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place. Unit to handle.
Retry.
Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer down. 6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place. Unit to handle.
警官殺し。あ
That alleyway leads to the rear of the building, sir. Someone's gonna have to climb up and take him down.
Good luck. Don't let him get a beat on you like I did.
Wee! あるねあるねあるね。あ、これこうやって隠れるんだっけ。 走れ走れ
We'll get them for you. Cop killers are the worst kind of scumbag.
こっちだった。失礼しました。あれ違う。待て
Shouldn't have had that second lunch.
なんか変。ごめん。
You like killing cops?
操作思い出してないの。
Phelps, you're covered.
You're fucking covered. Stay down.
Lay down some fire.
Get over here. I need some extra fire.
Move forward. Go.
Kill a cop, and it's the electric chair.
OK。殺しやったぜ。ふぅ。アーメン。さて、あいつに尋問しに行くか。
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
なんか変。変だよー。変だよー。よし。よいしょ。
Solved the big case and got promoted?
Has that just been paid look about him?
あれ OK。
I saw his picture in the paper. That case with the lady cut up like the dahlia.
ちょいとつまみ食い。
What are we waiting for?
しけしけ。
He's in interview 2.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
ん
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrelson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab, and I caught a bus back to the base.
Bus?
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. Got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American, 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
That's not how I'd put it.
そうすけ。なんだそのにんまりは。
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assault.
Thanks.
What now?
なんだ?
All the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
Okay.
Can you drive to this one?
さあ、バルさん、もうちょいだ。
Three suspects.
失敗しない？え、どういうこと？バスだよー。
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute.
Oh, just a minute.
Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
I'll need to run the loop.
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
Someone ought to take him home.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine.
さっき失敗、何失敗した？
All-American 7-4. Let's go get it.
あれかな？別の事件のやつかな？あ、逃げたでか。逃げたやつをってことか。大丈夫やら、きっと。
This could be a long trip, Cole.
Or it could be a short one.
And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some leg work.
Touchy.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Phelps. You're just as bored as I am.
さあ、バスを探すぞ。
Cole!
Siren しねえに。
Nope, still no sign of him.
Did you doze off, Rusty? I think you slept through my solving the case.
Yeah, very funny. You just give me a nudge if you see him, all right?
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for your wife.
Oh, Rusty.
Oh! これなんだ、電車か。
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
いたぞ。
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
いたぞ。
There's some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street.
California.
To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
I'm not homeless.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
バルさ、ついにホームレス村のところ降りたってこと
So sailor boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. He left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, I guess we ought.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. I need you to stay copacetic. We need to hold out to the cavalry battle.
How do we do that?
Like this. Buckshot, keep him down, fellas.
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it.
Your disciples.
I did. I died. I died.
We're doing them a...
はい、痛い。やられました。ボタンが覚えてねえ。へへ。
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. I need you to stay copacetic. We need to hold out to the cavalry battle.
How do we do that?
Like this. Buckshot, keep him down, fellas.
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it.
痛えな、この野郎。
Get your filthy.
ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って。どういうあれだっけ
These men know they're harboring a murderer?
こっちか。
Get that disfigured son of a bitch and the rest of his acolytes. We're doing you a favor, partner.
ワンパン。
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very
Those
funny.
Stalin.
We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
さあ、家を調べようか。
Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
なんだこれは。
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin.
ロープあったね。
Doesn't look like anything.
なんだこれは財布。
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
おダンス用のチケットか。よーし。これはいよいよ、もう臭い
You
な。
can drive. The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same shtick until we put him away for good.
Going this way.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
Ackerman.
How do you know?
The Corps
I
selected
know.
big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
おっとお前、それはいいのか
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. It's what I was trained to do.
なんだと
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them.
なんだとこい
Their
つ
necks are so fragile.
なんてやつだ
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, wacky.
血のついたロープだ
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will
本
match.
当だよ。なんてやつ
I
だ。
own no property. How could it belong to me?
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa
来た
Terrellson.
来たぞ逮捕する。逮捕なんのだ。
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
ということで、解決しました。協力的ではなかったにせよ。早めにホームレス村を訪ねていれば、有力な目撃者を見つけられたのかもしれない。ほう。これで解決なんのよ。台本なんのだ。これで OK です。では、次の、事件に行く前に、ここで配信を終わりたいと思います。続きはまた、いつやるかわかりませんが、その時、また配信しますので、よろしくお願いします。お疲れ様です。回り道したってことね。いいね。ではでは、お疲れ様でした。